Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Kevin.
And this is 6 Degrees of Schwarzenegger, the podcast where we take a long, hard look at some of our favorite action movies from the era of Arnold.
Schwarzenegger is the icon of the genre, and we're taking a deep dive into some of these 80s and 90s cult action movies and breaking them all the way down.
Here we go.
Yes, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for listening. Welcome to Sam, who's back with us again.
Hello, everyone.
Yes.
Sharing his cliffhanger love.
We love it when guests have the time to hang out with us and build a little continuity.
Drink a little drink.
Yeah.
We've been drinking some old fashions.
I'm seeing Cliffhanger from your perspectives, which is great.
He's on the other side now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we haven't actually done this yet. What are we drinking tonight?
I just finished my old fashioned and I poured out a glass of something new.
Ooh, how is it?
Called Ammunition. I've never had it. It's like a bourbon aged in Cabernet Sauvignon barrel.
Love a good
I'm
cab.
gonna taste it. I like it. I think
Silence is the best on podcasts, by the way. The longer you're quiet, the more audiences love it.
I think the ice needs to melt a little more, and it's gonna actually be really good.
Okay, all right.
It's a little hot right now. It's a little hot.
There you go.
I love
It's
it.
a little hot. Whew.
And Sam, you're still enjoying your old fashioned over
I
there?
am. I may try your
Yeah, man. You
your
got
new
to.
one in the next episode.
And then what do you got?
I am drinking an Asheville Brewery beer, Highland Brewing.
Okay.
It's called the Clawhammer Oktoberfest.
It is Oktoberfest season.
It is
guys.
my favorite time of year when the Oktoberfests start showing up. Marzens and Oktoberfest
I love the malty
are
beers.
just my favorites of all time.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying this one. I'm gonna stick with beer for the evening. But yeah, so
We're back to talk more about Cliffhanger, though. Oh, wait, first I want to give a shout out to our social medias.
that's right. That's right.
Tell them about it, Eric.
Awesome. Well, we're on Facebook and Instagram right now. You can find us at 6DOS. That's our
60OS podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, 60OS podcast.
6DOS podcast. I'm sorry, I do the posts, but I can't ever remember all the handles. But yeah, we post to both Facebook and we post to Instagram. I try to keep consistent with all the posts, but we do this for free. It's not my full-time job, so I miss a week here and there. But I try to do like fun trivia. If we have a good meme, we'll post it up there. But we always keep all of our updates about the shows on our two accounts there. So definitely check us out.
That's the thing. Like Sam was saying off air, there's like just every dude who's in our age group like grew up watching all the same flicks.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a community who have the same fond memories and have seen all these movies
Or if you
100 times.
Or if you haven't seen one movie, you've actually seen it because you've seen, it's contemporary.
the other ones that are just like it.
Exactly.
This is like Rambo meets Die Hard on a mountain.
This
right?
is right.
Like-
Yeah. Rambo Meets Die on a Mountain is pretty good.
All the movies feel very familiar, even if you haven't really seen them.
I mean, they're kind of comfort movies, honestly.
Yeah.
Like you can come in, you know what you're gonna get. It's just a good time.
So I'll try to recap.
Yeah, bring us
what's
up to
happened in
speed.
the
Bring
plot.
us up to speed.
We got these. There's a mountain rescue guy named Walker. Early in the film, he had a tragedy. He lost someone on a climb, so he feels really guilty about that. There is a hijacking of $100 million in money from the treasury that's gone on, but that plan went wrong.
Yeah.
There was a plane crash involved. The money got scattered in the suitcases across the mountains, but they have a device that they can use to find the suitcases, but they need some climbers to help them get to where they're at or whatever. So they call for help. As luck would have it, Walker is back in town just to like collect the last of his belongings. But his girlfriend sort of guilt trips him into linking up with his estranged friend, whose girlfriend it was who died in the beginning. And they're going to go and try to help get these, quote unquote, stranded hikers down. But they get up there and they're quickly like sort of apprehended and realize there's more going on here than meets the eye. they're held at gunpoint and said, can you take us to where these cases are? And they say, yeah, we can do it. And that's where we're at.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good sum up. I think it was pretty clear, concise. I love it. I don't know why I'm stalling for time.
I don't know. Let's go.
Okay. So Walker leads a group across a very precarious ledge, and it's like just totally sheer. The snow is super deep.
Wasn't it crazy?
It was unbelievable.
I want to say that on the commentary, they acted like this was a real cliff they were up against, but they were like at ground level, and they built a slightly higher little ledge for them to walk on.
You completely
but
buy
so
it,
you couldn't
though.
really fall.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's like the effects in the movie are pretty seamless.
Yeah, I agree. So Trevor calls for Walker, and he tells him to stop because it seems like they're right near the case. And he goes, "Where is it?" And Walker, so he looks at the device, and he says that the case is on the cliff above them. Just at this point, Hal's radio comes to life, and it's Jessie, and she's like, "Hey, Hal, how are you?" Quaylen tells Hal to stay with them and orders Walker to fetch, like he's a dog.
I like the whole dog motif. That happens here.
So Travers then screams in Walker's face.
Back!
Just completely unhinged.
Travers, man, he's having a bad day.
Completely unnecessary. So we cut to a couple seconds later, and Walker's geared up and he's ready to climb. Hal warns him that it looks like the corn ice is at the top of the cliff and it's ready to fall at any time.
That's like this overhanging ice and snow up at the top of the cliff.
Yeah. So at this point, we got another great line from Kynet where he's telling Hal to shut up, but he says, "Anytime you feel like you need to say something, don't." Which is great. I was like, okay. So Walker says, look, I need my bolt gun and I need my ice axe, and immediately gets vetoed on that idea.
Oh, hell no. He said no weapons.
No weapons. So Trevor...
Which kind of makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
If from their perspective...
Yeah.
Though this is a near impossible climb.
Right.
The hijackers, but they don't know shit about climbing in mountains, so I understand where they're like, hell no, you can't have that equipment that you need.
Basically bouldering over ice.
Yeah.
Right? It's just not... Anyway. So Travers instructs the goons to take his jacket.
Take his jacket for insurance.
It's going to encourage you to come down quickly so you don't freeze to death. And then I thought this was a weird move. They just have a rope that they tether to one of Quaylen's goons to Walker.
Quaylen's like, I want this dog on a leash.
Yeah, and
the guy told it, he shoves the rope in Hal's hands and he's like, you tie it and it better hold. And it's like, in what world are they going to let Hal tie the knot? How lazy are you guys?
And he clearly does a bad job because this knot looks like a knot that I would tie when I'm trying to secure something, which is to say badly. So after he ties the tie, Hal says to Walker in a fake whisper that everyone can obviously hear, "Forget me if you can, get away," right? So they send Walker up climbing off the snowy cliff, and all he's wearing is a t-shirt and his pants.
Well, they took his sweater, so
they took his sweater, so he would come
cold.
back. Yeah, exactly.
And the one dude was like, "Go fetch Wonder Dog," which is fucking terrible.
So many fucking...
That guy just needs to stick to gooning.
Right, just goon.
Don't try to talk. You're not that. You're not the guy. You're not the mastermind.
You're not. Yeah, exactly. So now we cut back to the headquarters for a second, and Jesse's still trying to get Hal on the radio, and nothing's happening. So by the time we cut back to the mountain, Walker's high above all the hijackers and Hal, and he's free climbing towards the case.
That was an awesome shot.
Yeah, it was really great. Yeah,
it was overhead, and you could see the dudes were 100 feet below or whatever. I don't know how they did that one.
No, but it was another great shot. I mean, it's just so much good cinematography in this movie. We hear Travers mutter, "I don't trust him." And it's well, I mean, he's already
shit.
No shit. What do you? I don't.
That's the problem with hostages.
Yeah, exactly.
They're usually not.
They're not there willingly.
It's like an adversarial relationship.
Exactly.
If they were on your side, then they wouldn't be hostages.
So Walker reaches this snowy ledge, climbs up top, and he finds the case there.
That was another one of those where they had a set that they placed near the edge of a big drop off. And if you actually look, it's the exact same backdrop as where Hal was holding him off the edge, the same little river or whatever running down on the ground. Yeah.
You're not really paying attention to that though, right?
I mean,
it works.
It works, man.
Yeah. Conveniently, there is a big giant rock
On top of the snow.
right next to the case, and he picks it up and very easily, with like one or two hits, breaks this highly secure government lock on this suitcase.
It's very weird that it could just be broken like a caveman with a rock.
Effortlessly.
Did that bother you, Sam? Like that he's just like, is it that easy to break into this case?
Maybe it was already kind of loosened up by the
damaged.
fall.
I imagine if it survived a fall from 20,000 feet, then a dude with a rock can bust open is a little strange. But
I mean, I guess my question is like, what were these cases intended for, right? So like
they weren't intended to survive.
They weren't intended
fall
to
out of
fall
a plane, probably.
Exactly. Like
I don't know. Maybe they would be
because they are transporting them in the air. And so like in the worst case,
it's so much money, and they probably be fireproof as well.
Yeah, right. It definitely fireproof at least, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just fireproof and not rock proof, and that's the case's one weakness.
Anyway, he gets in there pretty easy.
Yeah, he does very, very easily. Opens it up, and there is $33 million in $1,000 bills sitting right there.
The fake money looked pretty good. This batch of fake money looked pretty good.
Yeah, well, yeah, it did.
I don't know why he even decided I should bust the case open.
Because the movie needed him to?
Like, wouldn't it? Now, how are you? It's going to be hard to get it down now when it won't latch closed anymore.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That I'd never understood that either.
I mean, I think that they just wanted to show
he
the
wanted
money.
to see it.
Yeah. So down below, Quaylen says that they don't need two guys, and he orders that they kill Walker when he comes back down.
That's a boneheaded move.
Yeah,
Quaylen,
I mean,
why would you say that in front of Hal?
his buddy? Yeah, exactly.
First, also, yes, it would be a good thing to have two guides.
Yeah.
Because if one
Worst
falls
case scenario.
or something like that, you need to have a backup. I don't know why you would say that in front of him. Like Hans Gruber would never make that mistake.
No, never. No. Well, he's a dime store Hans Gruber, though. I mean, that's the problem. He's Temu. He's a Hans Gruber that you ordered on Temu. Yeah. So as soon as Hal hears this, he immediately starts screaming and warns Walker.
He's like, "Don't come down! They're gonna kill you
instantly!" Right?
Of course, that's what he's gonna do.
Yeah, exactly. Why would he do anything other than that? So Quaylen orders this goon to grab the tether and start pulling Walker back down.
Great scene.
Yeah,
but it's crazy because I feel like you're so likely to lose the money by trying to yank him down by the rope.
And also, if he falls, you're tethered to him. You're going down after him.
Down too.
Yeah. So Walker is hanging on for dear life as they try to drag him down. He grabs a set of crampons and that was hanging off of his belt, and he starts hacking away at the rope. But I gotta be honest, man. I paused this and rewatched this a couple of times. He's just hitting that rope. Like there's no slicing action going on.
Yeah,
as far as I can see.
I feel like we just have to accept it.
Right, exactly. So he whacks at it enough, and the rope is cut, and he's free. He's got the money in hand, and that's the point at which Travers orders the goons to start shooting. Now I'm wondering who's in fucking charge here. If Quaylen is in charge and Travers goes, shoot that guy, the goon's going to go like, you're not my boss. Like,
yeah.
But anyway, it doesn't matter.
There was a great tracking shot. The one that was like from their level shooting, like it was like zoomed up the mountain and Stallone standing up there.
Yeah.
But I think it was like a thing where there was like a dissolve in the middle of the thing somewhere. So it like was them on the ground level, zoom up, but dissolve back to Stallone on the ground level.
I mean,
again.
It's great.
It worked.
It works totally well. Yeah. The goon listens to Travers. It's the long-haired one, and he just lays waste to the mountain, just indiscriminately shooting the mountain. And when he runs out of bullets, he starts firing grenades up there.
How is this a good idea?
And what I don't understand is why Hal is not screaming, "Don't do that, you idiot. You're going to cause an avalanche," because that is obviously what then happens immediately after
The guys are not making good decisions. I don't know why the guy had packed the grenade launcher for the airplane heist.
Right, exactly. That just seems, I mean, they are definitely, again, we can go, we'll go back to that Steel Mart argument we had.
They were
originally
prepared for all contingencies.
They were prepared for all contingencies.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So, unsurprisingly, an avalanche happens, and everything starts falling down. The corn ice breaks, this wall of snow falls, and Walker takes this opportunity to just throw the case of money off the cliff with the snow.
I don't know why.
Well, I don't know why, but
I get it.
To make him think he had fallen as well? He doesn't care about the money.
I think
as well.
I think at this point, he's like, fuck these guys.
Yeah. I think
no
that's
one's going to
fair.
have this money.
But also maybe like, money's gone, I'm dead, whatever. But he's like, fuck it.
I mean, like, he's not going to carry the fucking case, right? Like, he's not bringing it down. I mean,
Maybe he's like, it's one less reason for them to kind of be here.
yeah. So anyway, Quaylen sees as the snow dissipates, he can see money fluttering down off of the mountain. And he goes, your friend just had the most expensive funeral in history.
That's a good line.
That's a good line. Yeah.
That's a good one.
So Jesse then calls on the radio again, and Quaylen hands Hal the radio and tells her that, like, look, the call was a fake. Nothing's going on. And he goes, no messages, no codes, no tricks.
Hold on. There's something I was thinking about that's kind of interesting to me.
Yeah.
Which is that the character of Walker and Hal are like, they're like essentially interchangeable characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like Walker has the demons from his past or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing that makes one man like more brave or heroic than the other guy is.
No.
I feel like it's just, or more qualified to save the day. Like it's just that Quaylen selected Walker to be the one to go up there.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's separated from the group, but I feel like it could have just as easily picked Hal to go up there. Then Hal would be the one who's saving Walker.
Right.
Like it's an interesting thing that there's nothing more special about Walker than there is about Hal.
Right,
other
exactly.
than I guess that he's carrying this guilt that Hal should be carrying.
Well, I mean,
but he seems like he's not.
Walker has the bigger muscles.
He does have the bigger muscles. He's Stallone.
Right.
And the other guy's Michael Rooker.
Right, exactly. I mean, I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Is that why one is the hero and the other is not?
That's exactly right.
Fair.
One of them is Sly Stallone. So anyway, Hal grabs the radio and he says, look, I reached the top of the tower, but there's no one there, and it looks like it was a fake call. Jesse's in complete disbelief, and she's like, look, should we try and come up in the helicopter? And Hal quickly answers like, no, it's too windy. We'll just take shelter at and then Quaylen immediately cuts him off and turns off the radio and gives him a very, very suspicious look.
Hal did a good job on the call.
Yeah, he did. He did exactly what he needed to do.
Quickly rejecting the helicopter was good.
Did not follow the no messages, no codes, no tricks rule.
He tried to go with like the we'll take shelter, which was sneaky.
Yeah, that was sneaky, and like he knew that she'd pick up. We'll get to that in a second. So Quaylen then like says like, your buddy's dead, but you're going to take us to the second case. So back at headquarters, Jesse's immediately suspicious, right? She's like, what he said doesn't make any sense. He said the tower, but he's on Combe Bluff. And
nice work, Hal.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like a subtle difference because these evil dudes, they don't know. They don't fucking know, right? So she's like, look, Frank, you need to fly me to the West Valley. She says the weather is always mild there, and then I can hike up to the Douglas mine shaft, which is the only place they'd be able to take shelter over there. Another good clue, right?
Which is kind of weird though, because and Hal had halfway said that.
Yeah, right.
But I don't know why Hal would be telling them that when really it could only work to like lure Frank or Jesse into harm's way.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird, but. I don't know. Maybe they would just call for more help to come.
Maybe he was talking about the Douglas Sun mine shaft instead of the Douglas mine shaft.
Of course.
So it's like, if I don't find him, you can just pick me up before dark happens. Frank's hesitant, but like Jesse, like sweet talks him into it. One of the ways is by agreeing to buy one of his paintings, which says to me that people aren't buying this guy's paintings.
The other thing that was kind of weird was Frank's like, oh, Hal will kill me if I. Like, Hal will have my head if I do this. It's like, well, who the fuck's in charge?
Right.
Is Hal your boss?
Is this some sort of like commune of mountain climber? I feel
like that's not how any of this works. I feel like someone's the boss.
No, someone is the fucking boss.
And they're deciding what we're doing. We're not like, it's not I'm going to convince you to fly me over there.
I feel like Walker was the boss, and when he left, they were all like, I don't know.
They're
the boss?
They're a rudderless ship.
Just completely rudderless. So back on the mountain, Hal is leading the hijackers along like another snowy trail and like through all these steep mountains. Travers grabs him by the collar and is like wants to know where the fucking next case is. Hal points up to this like really high peak and says it's up there. Travers says it looks like, look, we're taking the long way around. And then Hal was like, well, you know what? The fastest way is straight up the east face. Of course, there's only 12 guys in the world who could do it. Want to try?
I love that.
It's a good moment.
The hijackers are in a tough spot here.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
they don't know enough to second guess Hal.
No, absolutely.
And
He's
like
got
really,
by the balls.
What is it? if I'm not cooperating with you, then you guys are shit out of luck.
Right,
So,
exactly. Yeah, and you won't even know if I'm not cooperating with you.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
He,
yeah, it's good.
he knows their greed's gonna protect him. Basically.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can take
exactly.
as long as I want to take leading them to this spot. They're not going to like kill me. If they don't have me, they'll never find
Yeah,
it.
he's basically in a position of strength right now.
Yeah. So back where Walker is, he's still clinging to the side of a cliff face, and the camera does this crazy shot of him pulling out, and it's just like this, like there's no bottom to this cliff. It falls into oblivion.
It was crazy. It was like a matte painting shot.
Yeah.
But shit was nuts. You know, on the commentary track, Rennie Harlan was like lying his ass off, like trying to act like we really had Stallone up there on this. Like bullshit. Because on the technical commentary, they're talking about the matte painting.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
But are we supposed to think, is this him doing that impossible climb that only 12 guys in the world could do? Or is he just trying to get off that cliff where the avalanche
That's
happened?
a good point. When I watched it,
He's
I just
got to
took it
still
as
be
like,
where the avalanche happened.
Yeah.
I
He's
think.
just where this avalanche happened. That's what I'm.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
That was
Yeah.
a tough ass.
I thought he did the difficult climb.
That's what the way that it's edited.
Mhm.
I feel like it would indicate that he's doing that climb that only
Right.
12
The
guys in the
continuity
world
suggests that he's
could
doing
do.
it. Right.
But I
right.
don't know why. I don't think he could be in that place.
Right, there's this huge time jump for him to be there. Because
I mean,
the three cases weren't really anywhere next to each other on that topographical map.
Yeah. We don't really know how much time has passed.
Well, true.
Maybe it has been 4 or 5 hours. Maybe he is doing the impossible climb that the other guys can't
Yeah,
do.
but by this point, he'd absolutely be dying of hypothermia.
Yeah. I
in my
agree with that.
opinion, right?
It's cold as hell.
Yeah. But you know who's not dying of hypothermia is Jessie, because the helicopter drops her in a valley where the sun is shining.
Yes.
It's beautiful. There's not a storm for 1,000 miles.
We're supposed to think this is a 30-minute hike away from where Walker is like scaling that cliff.
I don't know. The mountains, have different weather.
That was tough, man. That was tough. I don't know.
There's just not much else to say. It's like
That
hard to
was
steal,
like-
man, that one.
I mean, I've spent a lot of mountain like time hiking in the mountains, and you cannot hike from the valley to like high in the peaks. That's like it takes all day.
Yeah.
It might take more than one day. It might be 2 days.
Yeah.
Like you have to camp somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
the thought that that's a 30-minute hike away from where Stallone is fucking nuts to me. But I feel like, but the movie's written by people who probably are just like,
Yeah,
whatever.
and being watched by people who are sort of like,
sure.
whatever. Yeah.
We get a lot of that in the second half coming up.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm just like, wait, I don't know that there's any continuity to the locations here, but
I will be honest, the movie starts getting pretty fast and loose with time and geography in the second half of it. But anyway, so back with Walker, who, again, is apparently a 30-minute hike away. He's scaling this ice wall.
this wall of ice.
Just an absolute, just nothing but ice.
It looked shitty this bit.
Yeah, it did.
It was
look
pretty
fake.
bad.
Yeah.
The ice just didn't look like ice.
No.
It looked like white plastic.
It did. And he reaches the top, and he's covered, he's drenched in sweat and melted snow, and he doesn't look good. Like the makeup look is really good.
I mean, I think it was really cold where they were shooting the outside bits. I think Stallone he was on the commentary track too, and he's a chronic self-aggrandizer, self-promoter. But he had said that they would like spray him down with water to make him look sweaty, and it was like 0 degrees.
Oof.
I'm like, yeah, that's tough. That's pretty tough.
Well, he sees an old mining building like not too far away.
That was an amazing set.
It was a great set.
The real location.
Yeah.
They said it was like an old decommissioned cable car station, where
okay.
the cable car
That
would
makes
let
a
you out.
hell of a lot more sense.
That's what it was in real life.
Yeah, because when I looked at it, I'm like, who is building a mining station like that up here? What are they mining?
There probably is shit inside the mountain, but
I mean,
if Lord of the Rings has taught me anything,
famously a historically accurate tome.
there's a dragon in there with a lot of gold.
So anyway, we cut to him busting through the door of the building, and Jesse's already there. So this is the weird part, right? So this must be the Douglas mining shaft, because that's where she was heading towards. And I mean, let's just ignore all of the time inconsistencies here.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
She's apparently been walking for 30 minutes and has gone from a clear sunny day to the top of these insane peaks.
Yep.
in the middle of a blizzard to a singular mining cabin, right? But like, so Hal was directing the terrorists to, like, I mean, I just want to come back to this because I mean, we were joking like about the Douglas versus the Douglason mining thing. He lies initially, but then it seems like he's going to tell them the actual location of a shelter point.
Yeah, I don't know what Hal's game was.
Yeah,
by even mentioning that on the radio.
I couldn't like rectify that one a little bit, but so Jesse's there and he's like barely alive, and she's like shocked to see him. And yeah, again, like they're clearly in a non-platonic relationship because of the way she's fawning over him.
Well, I just thought much like a wife.
Yeah.
Her girlfriend, she's like peppering him with questions immediately. Where's your pack? Where's your sweater? Where's Hal? What happened?
You
What's
went
going
outside
on?
like that?
It's like she's not even giving him a chance to answer. He's like near death. And she's like, she's getting out a million questions for him. It was wild.
So Walker is able, once she's finally done with her questions, he's finally able to say that, like, look, the distress crawl was fake. There's a bunch of bad guys. They have Hal, and they're having him help them, like, try to find their lost cases of money. Jesse, while he's telling this, breaks into some sort of random historical exhibit in this cabin in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like,
I spent a lot of time in national parks, and there will be places like this that are like mini museums.
Okay. So
it might be called, I guess it's historically it's the Douglas mine shaft.
Okay.
But it's like and there will be historical exhibits.
So was this
for
like
people?
It used to be a historical exhibit that they have abandoned then?
I bet it's active like in the summer months.
Yeah. But this place looked like it hasn't been used in like it did.
You're right.
It
wasn't even like it wasn't airtight.
Right.
Like you could see through the boards out into the sky.
Well, but it's hard to kind of upkeep those places.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I bet it's the one that's been out of service for a while.
Yeah.
They just let it.
Maybe they
want to
like it's on the list to
get
refurbish
to
at some point.
Well, I mean,
and it's filled with antique artifacts of ancient mountaineering and like
stuff like that. Probably has like 2 people didn't even know it exists.
Yeah,
like nobody's like, oh my god, we got to fix this up. It's like,
it's a place that people go now for tourists, and there's like a big plaque that's like Cliffhanger. Like,
oh, really?
They call it Cliffhanger Lodge.
Oh, that's
or something.
Awesome.
Yeah, and they got like a picture of Stallone on it.
Oh, that's
and it says like
cool.
Stallone was here.
And now it actually is a fucking historical site.
Crazy.
Anyway, Walker says that once the hijackers find the cases, they're going to kill Hal. He wants to call back HQ and have Frank call the police, but Jesse says her radio died in the cold. But don't worry, Frank's going to return, and then they can call from the chopper.
That's the first moment of true bullshit.
Yeah.
Is her radio's dead in 30 minutes that she's been off the helicopter? That's some bullshit.
Also, almost certainly
Hal
a radio
still works, and he's been out here for hours. Like, that's just kind of bull. That's just, it doesn't work because we need for you to not have a radio.
Yeah, exactly.
For the sake of the plot.
Just
need
broke,
you.
guys.
Yeah.
She dropped it.
Yeah.
She's clumsy. I mean, I'm clumsy. I get it.
Maybe she dropped it in the river or whatever.
Yeah.
you can't prove it's like innocent to proving. You can't prove it wasn't broken.
It could have been something faulty with the radio. Like
the what is it? The absence of evidence isn't the evidence of absence.
Exactly. Okay, that's fair.
So Walker says that there's only an hour before dark, and they have to get to the second case really fast. So he starts grabbing all sorts of old mountaineering gear and a bunch of old rope and some old ass jackets, and they're kitted up and they head out. So by this point, though, the hijackers are almost at the second case, and Travers yells that, look, it's just up ahead. And another great Kinnett moment. He goes, it better be. Like, no one asked you, dude. Like, what is your problem? Travers goes,
it better be.
It better
like, what
be.
do you know? You're going to kill him?
Right, like, what is these idle threats? Like, anyway,
so weird.
I know. Travers responds, I'm getting really tired of your threats. And Kinnett goes, are you? And it was like, I mean, yes. Yes.
Yes. So, it's one of my favorite bad guy moments. I just like, I'm getting real tired of your threats. Are you? Like, what are you going to, it's just like, he's such a good bad guy, man. I like when a bad guy enjoys the fact, like, of how evil they are.
Yeah, he's leaned into being a bad guy. And he's
I'm
like,
enjoying this. Yeah.
This is good. This is my calling. I'm following my bliss. As darkness falls, Walker and Jesse, they actually somehow make it to the second case first. again, like we're getting really
Also, this is not where Hal was pointing to
no,
earlier.
not
He
even
was like
remotely.
pointing up to the top of a peak, and now they're in some sort of a valley.
Yeah, exactly.
There's trees everywhere. It's like not above the tree line.
Right,
even.
it's not about the tree, but
weird.
whatever. Like we're not
But
thinking
wasn't
about
like
it
Hal
anymore.
maybe leading him on a little bit?
That's true. Maybe it's like
maybe-
it's up and over this mountain.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess we could. Yeah,
Probably
I mean,
took a roundabout way to get there.
He
He's
did.
not in a hurry to get there because he knows
yeah.
he needs to buy time.
Yeah, because he knows that his time is
Correct.
limited the faster he gets into these cases. So yeah, that seems reasonable. But yeah, I mean, this case has already been busted open. Like he doesn't even need a rock to break it open.
I believe that. That seems more realistic than it not have busted open falling out of a plane.
Right.
But
and
I can
then-
whack it once with
But
a rock.
again, one could have landed on snow, the other one landed on a cliff.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's fair. Yeah. So Jesse starts raking into a pile, and she goes like, "What's the plan here?" And he goes, "Got a pencil?
Got a pencil.
Go pencil."
See, that is one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
Yeah. No, it's a good moment. It's
The
a good moment.
trickeration is so not necessary, and it's amazing.
So moments later, the hijackers reach the location where the case was supposed to be. They
That silhouette shot of them all like coming up over the ridge.
yeah, it was a good
like,
shot.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah,
a great bad guy
I
shot.
also felt really bad for the rabbit.
Oh, that's later.
That's later on, though.
Yeah.
That's later on.
No, I
though.
know I'm foreshadowing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like these are some of my favorite. We're entering some of my
You're under
favorite.
fire. You're
Yeah.
under fire, rabbit.
Yeah. As they descend towards the tracker, Walker and Jesse are watching from hiding, and the hijackers reach it, and they find that it's been like set into a really shitty looking snowman. And
It's an amazing snowman.
The tracker's been put in its
It
mouth.
was just like a cone with eyes on
It
it.
was like literally.
It wasn't like the, you
He
know.
had no time to make
They were
it.
in
I
a
know,
hurry.
it's
They were in
amazing
a
that
hurry.
he took the time to do this. It's crazy.
So they open up the case. The bad guys open up the case, and there's a single $1,000 bill in it, and it says "Want to trade." And this again, going back to the Die Hard parallels, reminds me of Ho Ho Ho. Now I have a machine
Yes.
gun.
Yep.
We got to talk about the $1,000 bill.
Yeah.
It is like they went out of circulation like in the 60s.
Oh, really?
And yeah, so it's kind of weird that they hadn't made new ones in the 60s, like
Uh-huh.
since the 60s or
Uh-huh.
something. I don't know. I think they just needed to have a high denomination bill. So how could you have so much money in such small cases?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Well, I
But
mean, I do
Grover
know that-
Cleveland on there.
Yeah. I mean, I do know that that's what they made those bills for. Were for bank transfers.
Yeah.
Right? Like that. They didn't make that up. Those are real.
Yeah.
Like that reason for those bills.
They
is real.
did exist, but yeah, they haven't been used for anything since the 60s.
Right. At this point, they're probably worth more than $1,000.
Yeah, you can
one.
buy them on eBay and stuff
Yeah,
for like
yeah, yeah.
6,000.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Grover Cleveland of all people, which is such a weird nobody president. Like
Yeah.
who was in the committee that decided to put Grover Cleveland on a dollar bill? But anyway, so Quaylen, at this point, Travers is absolutely enraged. He punches the snowman right in the face, which amuses Hal to no end.
Travers is having the worst day of his
Dude,
life.
literally,
Everything's gone wrong.
This is just an
Now,
absolute.
this is probably one of the first moments like Hal's really like starting to be cool with
He's forgiven Walker.
with Walker. Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Because the first he's like desperation, like don't come down, don't kill you, even though I hate you.
I
think at this point he's
yeah.
probably like, all right, that's my
Yeah,
that's my
yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's the guy I used to be buddies with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting his groove back. He's doing his eat, pray, love moment in the middle of the mountain. so Quaylen says, like, look, they can't be far, and he sends his goons out to try to find Walker. At this point, Walker and Jesse they scramble out of their hiding spot.
It's not a very well thought out plan.
This is like so short-sighted, right?
'Cause I don't even know how it would work in a perfect world. Like they don't even have a radio for them to
Right.
like work out a trade.
Well,
I don't know how it would work, even if they wanted to trade.
Yeah,
If they would just start screaming, "Are you out there? Yes, we'll do a trade,"
right, exactly.
or something. I don't know, but yeah, they're like, "Oh shit, I guess we better run."
It's like shit. I didn't get that far. They showed up too fast. So, voiceless goon number 2, he puts on some night vision goggles, and the effect on these was really bad.
It was weird they packed night vision goggles for the heist, for the airplane heist. They have everything.
They have a bag of holding, and they have everything that they need in the bag of holding.
I just feel they're just well prepared.
Yeah. I think that's fine.
The night vision goggles were like displaying the temperature outside, which seems unlikely.
I mean, I don't know. That seems more reasonable than some of the things that happen in this movie at this point.
Fair.
But I did find that the night vision goggles were particularly crisp.
Oh yeah,
and it was clearly the it was obviously shot with a regular camera, and then they put a night vision effect over what was
filmed
going
in
on.
broad daylight.
Yeah, exactly. So he sees them with the night vision goggles on, scrambling up a snowy slope, and he gives chase. And then when he gets close enough, he starts opening fire. And Walker and Jesse go off running. They take cover, and Walker grabs a flare from their pack. Now, so is this a flare that Jesse had with her?
It has to be,
because a flare from that is not
nothing in that. Nothing. Yeah, I don't think anything from that.
Okay.
Mine shaft is going to work.
I'm willing to go with that.
She packed flares. Yeah,
that seems reasonable.
Why would she? Of course she would.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. Anyway, so he tells her, go, and we'll meet up at Eagle's Cave. So the goon gets close. Walker pops out, pops the flare, and blinds him. Now he falls back, pulls off his night vision goggles, and it almost looked like his eyes had been burnt out, or I don't know. His eyes looked weird, like they were completely dilated, or I don't know.
He seemed like he was in physical pain.
Clearly, deeply physical pain, like someone had burnt his eyes out. So they wrestle for control from the gun, though, after Walker gets advantage. And they fall down, and they start sliding down a really steep slope.
Great scene again.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a great moment. Yeah. They're beating each other up as they're sliding down this mountain.
Yeah.
So the other hijackals assemble, and they see them, and they're watching them slide down the mountain. And we keep cutting back and forth, but we're with Walker and the dude, and the guy's trying to get Walker's ice axe. So Walker Walker gets the upper hands. They flip, and he shoves the goon's face into the rocky snow, and just tears the shit out of it.
That was memorable. That would cut you to pieces.
Oh no, to ribbons, dude. Yeah, and it does. His face looked like it's been
hard icy snow.
That icy snow. Fucking hell, man. So they're getting close to a cliff edge, and Walker reaches out, swings the ice axe out, catches himself on the precipice. Goon number 2 goes flying over into the darkness, and this all happens in slow motion. And I got to be honest, the momentum of the goon versus Walker just feels totally off. It doesn't. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, whatever.
They said they did the shot with the goon by on stage somewhere, but throwing him a 30-foot drop onto a black airbag.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It looked pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It was good.
No, the goon looked good. Yeah. So from the top of the slope, you can't really see what's going on. So it looks like both dudes went over the edge.
I get so confused by this. Do they think that Stallone went over the edge too? Or could they see that he didn't? Because there's some weird things that happen shortly after this. What do you think, Sam? I think they both went over the edge?
I think initially they do, yeah. But okay. I can't be sure.
Because Hal doesn't seem too broken up about it.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, gravity's a bitch, huh?
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Well, but here's the thing.
Or could they see that he's down there and he's hanging on the... Yeah, but Hal, he didn't go
Hal
over.
probably know... this is his home turf. He probably knows what they don't know. I feel.
Walker would be able to save himself in some way.
I feel like he's got the inside scoop in this moment.
Okay. That could be... Because otherwise he just didn't seem at all
And even
upset.
if they know that Walker's alive, at this point they're probably
they slid a long way down the mountain.
Yeah,
I just but if they knew that if they could see him climbing back up, I just can't imagine a world in which they're like, oh well. We're moving on. We're not going to try to go down there and kill him.
Well, but again though, they're there's another bag. He's way the hell down there. Let's just get on to business. Why would we go in the middle of the black of night for trouble?
That's true. It's because it's like going after Rambo, in the jungle.
Exactly.
He's going to kill you guys.
Fuck that
probably.
guy. Dead or alive.
Let's just
get on with it.
In the mountains, he's got the advantage.
We have one more. We have one more back to get.
Yeah. So, well, either way, with Hal's line, right? Like it just pisses off Delmar. Like was he English or Australian? Was he?
I felt like he was English,
Was like,
but I
yeah,
don't know.
I
What do you
couldn't
think?
really place. It was the English. Okay, I couldn't place the accent. So anyway, so Delmar and Kanat,
That's
they
where
start
he's like,
bickering with each
I ain't
other.
meant to die on no fucking mountain. And then that's like, where were you meant to die? You got a place picked out? It's just like, why are you doing? Why
Everybody
are you?
take another fucking drink.
It's so weird. And then Delmar is like, I don't need to do that shit from you, boy. It like makes it kind of racial.
Yeah, a little bit. Quaylen steps up and breaks them apart. It says like the fight isn't here; it's out there. So
See, that would indicate that he knows that he's not dead.
well, I mean, I think that then that also sort of defends the proposition that's like, yes, we know he's alive, but we're not going to waste our
bigger
time.
fish
We
to
got bigger
fry
fish
right
to
now?
fry. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So Quaylen says tells Hal, you need to find us some shelter, and you need to find it fast. So we cut randomly for no reason to the two extreme dudes who we haven't seen since the first act of the movie.
It's a weird change of pace.
Yeah, totally change of pace. So they're hunkered down in a tent for the night. Extreme dude number 1 tells extreme dude number 2 that it's like, dude, you got to watch more Weather Channel and less MTV. And I got to pause there because they say to Walker, it's like,
he told him the storm was coming.
Yeah. And they seem to know. He was like, dude, we like it extreme. So anyway, it seems to seem like a hollow burn. But anyway, the guy has a good comeback. He's like, look, where would you rather be right now? Here in Tent City or at home playing some righteous air hockey?
So good.
And
It's so
he's
good.
like, well, air hockey's definitely my vote. Exactly, cheesehead. Exactly. If I had a nickel for the number of times I've called someone a cheesehead, I mean,
Cheesehead.
just so common all the time. Kevin knows.
That's a strange little scene.
It was so weird.
It's so
It
unnecessary.
was completely unnecessary.
I think they had on the commentary. They said when they showed this to test audiences loved these dudes so much that they went back and they just added in every bit of material they'd shot with them, every
wow.
frame. Basically, well, let's add that scene back in where they're in the tent because the audiences fucking loved these dudes.
They didn't age well. Let's just put it that way.
Right.
I don't know. They amuse me though.
I mean, they amuse me as an anachronism. I mean, they're
They're
definitely
an
not
article
cool.
of their time.
Right. I mean, these are like X Gamers before the X Games was the X Games. Anyway, so we cut back to the hijackers, and they've arrived at the Douglas Mine Shaft building, and then they see that the place has been raided. So Travers asks what was in the cases, and Hal says just some tourist souvenirs or equipment, Quaylen says.
Yeah.
And he suspects that Walker and Jesse have already been there. So Hal tries to act like he hates Walker, but at this point, Quaylen's not buying it, right? Like after the laughing at the snowman, like you said, it's pretty clear that there's sort of like there's been a turning point.
Some type of bond.
Well, yeah, like he said,
yeah,
I
yeah.
never underestimate the power of loyalty when it comes naturally.
Yeah.
He said, it's just that's a decent line.
Yeah, for sure.
That might have been true this morning, but I think at this point Hal's come around. He might have hated Walker in the morning, but now he's like
100%.
he's willing to like die for him, or risk it all for him.
Absolutely. So meanwhile, Walker and Jesse, they've rendezvoused at the cave, and they're burning just piles of cash for warmth. And Stallone does an absolute Stallone written line. It costs a fortune to heat this place.
That's all Stallone right there.
So I do appreciate though that he acknowledges that it was a bad joke. But
she had no reaction at all.
Right.
She didn't even smile.
Yeah.
Not even like a cursory, polite smile.
Yeah.
She just was like, she's just probably all heard his shit before.
Yeah. But you would think that he would say bad joke, I know, but it says he says bad humor,
Oh yeah.
which is
I think he's trying to keep the spirits up.
Oh, no, yeah, definitely, but
But obviously she's not gonna be like, ha, good one, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, just like him saying bad humor instead of bad joke. It was just whatever. I'm needling in too far on this one. I granted. So they cuddle up for warmth. The next morning,
Well, Eric, when we were talking the other day, you
Yeah.
were bothered because you said you thought there was like an obscene age gap
yeah, it felt
between
like
these
to
two,
me.
the
Yes.
woman and Stallone.
Yeah,
Never noticed that.
You said you thought this woman seemed like early 20s.
that's what I felt like.
And I looked her up, subsequently because I was like, she seemed older to me, but she was 31 and he was like 47.
Right.
So it's a pretty big age gap.
It's like,
It is.
16 years.
I mean, that's like large, but maybe not predatory, but
Definitely beyond the half your age plus 7 gap. That's for sure.
Yeah. Or is it
47 was like 23
20
and a half
plus 7
plus
is
7.
30?
Yeah.
So she's 31.
Okay.
That's
all
probably
right.
how they cast her.
Just barely crosses the threshold.
But Stallone is Stallone, right? Like he's gonna pull any woman he wants.
Oh yeah, exactly. Either way, it still does kind of look like a dad hugging his daughter, and we know that it's not really that. So the next morning, Frank is back at Rescue HQ, and he's trying to reach anybody that he can on the radio.
Yeah.
Quaylen hears the call, and he says, "Oh, we're drawing a crowd." And he goes, like, we're down to a few hours before the whole fucking world shows up.
That's a good Travers line. I always took that as like he's making a joke, but I think he means it.
No, he
like,
literally means it.
He means like it's the next day. It's the weather's cleared.
The storm's
whole
gone.
Fucking federal government's going to be out here looking for us soon.
Yeah, exactly, because their money didn't show up. So Travers demands to know where the final case is, and Hal says it's up on the tower. So, and Quaylen asks him how far that is, and Hal doesn't answer immediately. At which point, Travers just like immediately assaults him.
Just beating the shit out of him.
He goes, you know what I think? I think we've been taking the scenic route. It's like, really? You figured this out now? Like, I mean,
of course he is. Like, but what other option do you have?
Well, I mean,
other than
I feel
just to go wherever he leads you.
I feel like as the audience, we have already figured that out.
Oh, right, yeah.
And so I feel like the terrorists should also know and go like, look, we know that you're taking us the long route.
What should they do? Like cut a finger off or something?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, exactly.
Let's pick up the pace.
Here's your finger, pick up the pace. Yeah, exactly. We're going to keep taking fingers off for every 10 hours we lose or something, you know. Anyway, while Travers has got Hal in a chokehold, he manages to say, look, it's only a half a day trek at this point. Suddenly, the two extreme Judes emerged from the woods out of nowhere, and they're just happy to see like Hal because they've been up like cowered in the woods. Yeah. So Quaylen instructs Hal to walk over to the dudes, and he's like, please don't hurt them. Please don't hurt them. And Quaylen goes, we're not animals. Don't force us to be. Which, okay, fair. The dudes say that they're about to take one last base jump and head home. And as Hal walks towards them, they ask Hal, it's like, hey, how did you get stuck up here babysitting hikers? Quaylen then nods to Kenneth, and he readies his weapon. So it's like, okay, so you're just literally just lying to him. You really have no scruples whatsoever.
There was a bit on the commentary where they said, if you notice earlier in the scene when they were walking, when he put him in the chokehold or whatever, like none of the bad guys had weapons.
Yeah.
And Rennie Harlan said it's because like this was the first couple days of shooting and all their loads of guns had been like held up in customs
or whatever,
like at the border, and like they weren't on set yet, so they were having to film what they could without guns.
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
then sit around waiting to kill the dudes, like waiting for the truck to make it up into the mountains or whatever.
Oh wow, that's
like,
bonkers.
I don't know. I mean, I think they do have like stricter like gun laws, even for prop guns. I guess if they said they had a van full of guns and they like got stopped at the border and it's like. You know, we need
amazing.
we need to see some paperwork or something official on this. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Crazy shit.
Anyway, once Hal sees Kenneth pulling the gun out, he tells the dudes to run away. They're like confused initially, but then they see the guns and they fucking get it and they start running. Kenneth immediately mows down the first guy, like doesn't make it 10 feet.
Bogus.
But the other dude makes it into the woods. Hal is like yelling, he's like, dude, you said like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But like Crystal like grabs a pistol and like whips him in the face, and Quaylen goes, "Sue me."
She wrecked him.
Meanwhile, Dude 2 is getting his parachute strapped on as he's running through the woods. There's another like spray of bullets right as he jumps off the edge of the cliff. From a distance, Walker and Jesse both see a body falling from the mountain. Travers and Kenneth. At this point, they reach the edge, and Travers yells for Kenneth to keep shooting. He's like, you're letting him get away. And Kenneth gives him a look like he's crazy or something.
I don't know what to make of that.
There was a weird exchange.
I don't know what, like, I mean, he's falling off a mountain. There's never not a sheer drop off nearby in this movie.
No, there's not. There's plateaus when you need them, and there's sheer drops when you need them, and there's no in between. So anyway.
He went full James Bond, this kid, though.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he like throws out he deploys his parachute. He's wounded though, and he's falling heavily towards the ground. and he like has some like, oh no, man, and he spins out of control. I don't remember the exact line, but he's just like some weird non sequitur, and then crashes into the trees and just like is trapped there.
His parachute was like the Finnish flag.
Yeah, that's
that was
right.
Like a
That's
Rennie
what it was.
Harlan touch.
Yeah. So instead of the Union Jack, but
he's the Finnish James Bond.
that's right. So Hal calls Quaylen a murdering motherfucker, and then here is the line that as a 12-year-old I thought was just the coolest thing ever. Quaylen goes, "Kill a few people, they call you a murderer. Kill a million people, you're a conqueror. Go figure." But he says it in the British like, "Go figure."
It's a good psycho villain line.
Yeah, it's a great psycho villain line. I don't know what it was, but I quoted that line constantly.
That's amazing.
All of 1993. And
They were probably worried about you.
yeah, to this day, I remember that line because it, for whatever reason, just felt like, I don't know, it like resonated with me. Yeah, you're right. If you do kill one person, you're a murderer. If you do kill a million people and you're the winner, yeah, they do call you a hero. That's very interesting. I don't know. It really like was a philosophical awakening for me.
Canet was into it.
Oh yeah, he loved it. Yeah, he loves the bloodlust. But Travers is not so happy about the situation.
But yeah, I think Travers has realized he's made a mistake.
Yeah.
This one, oh shit, I never should have gotten mixed up with these guys.
Yeah, what the fuck was I thinking? Got stupid greed. All my gambling debts. God, I need to. Anyway, so they continue off heading towards the peaks, and I think that's where we're going to call it for the episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, this is a good one.
This is an action-packed movie.
It is. There's like
so much.
There's so much action in this one.
Yeah. There's no rest for the wicked on this movie. But we're going to leave it there for this week.
I'm going to refill my glass. Sam, you going to have another sip?
Mm-hmm. All right. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. We're keeping it going.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week with more on Cliffhanger.
We'll be
back. Until then.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we'll be back.
You stepped on it.
Ah, fuck.